Why must you wait until a Prime Minister come and visit? 48 years. First time in 48 years, the Prime Minister visit in Nanam. Only the Prime Minister is studying improvement of the road. Something is wrong and rotten with the whole system of governance, isn't it? Improvement of roads and basic infrastructure should part and parcel of the right, of the basic rights of people anywhere in Malaysia. You have to wait until the Prime Minister comes. It becomes, wait for 50 years once, 100 years once, only then there is a hope for improvement in the infrastructure. I say that is not a plus, it is a minus. And that is not what a government transformation program should be about. It must be a system change, not dependent on the Prime Minister having the time to visit. At present, the Prime Minister has a lot of time visiting many places because elections are around the corner. After the elections, he won't have the time. So what happened? Everywhere will be left undeveloped. I think that is it shows that the whole system of governance is rotten, and there must be a total revamp. Finally, I want to mention about the case of Ken Chua. Ken Chua, you know, the Speaker has announced that although he's fined 2,000, his position as a Member of Parliament is not affected. Because there was some question as to whether 2,000 fine means a disqualification of elected rep. So the Speaker has said that 2,000, he follows a judgment in High Court that if you are fined by 2,000, your position as MP is not affected. We welcome this ruling. It also affects the very old case of Pan Yu Ting, who was a DAP organizing secretary, national organizing secretary, and the second editor of the Rocket. I was the first editor of the Rocket. He was the second editor of the Rocket from 1969 onwards. In 1969, he was elected Member of Parliament for Kampang. In 1974, he was elected Member of Menggelembu, both in Perak. In 1970, as editor of the Rocket, he was charged for sedition because he published a speech of the then Penang DAP State Chairman, Dr. Wee Kee Sick, OOIKEESAIK, at a dinner welcoming me on my release from Internal Security Act in December 1970. So he was, as editor of Rocket, he published a speech. He was charged. Dr. Wee Kee Sick was charged. The two printers were charged. So 4 of them were charged for sedition. And his case went on to Privy Council, came back. There was a retrial. So he went on for 6 years until 1977, when he was for a second time and finally convicted of sedition and fined 2,000, and he was disqualified. And from 1978, at least 78 up to he died in December end of last year, end of November. From 78 to 2000, there will be 32 years, right? For 32 years, he was denied his pension. Under this ruling, that a person who is fined 2,000 is not disqualified, he should have been given his pension. He has been denied his pension for 32 years. And although he has passed away, his wife is still entitled to our pension.
Family.
The family is entitled to our pension. So I think it's only right that the government of Malaysia should do justice to the case of Pan Yu Ting and his family and restore their pension rights. The DAP National Chairman, Kapal Singh, and I are looking into this matter. Kapal Singh is looking into the legal aspect, and I have spoken to the Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Dato Sri Nazri Aziz, on Pan Yu Ting's case, in view of the fact that a 2,000 fine is not a disqualifying benchmark. Tan Yu Ting should be restored his pension rights. I actually discussed this matter with Nazri after the last parliament. So now that there's this ruling by the speaker, then it strengthens the case that Tan Yu Ting, his 32-year pension rights and those of his family should rightfully be restored. So we're pursuing the matter. This is 记住哦，2000块，别的来就是说2000块你就失去资格，你失去资格你就失去所有的 pension rights 了。Any other questions or anything, Jimmy? You?
Yeah, just on a Najib visit, I just want to add on. The 2 million, in fact, is not federal fund. It is our state money for the construction of the Inadam Day 1. Okay, why should a prime minister coming so far away to come here just to help the state government to announce $2 million for Inadam? Okay, and it is long overdue anyway. Inadam waited for what they call multi-purpose hall. I think back in the 90s already I mentioned about the multi-purpose hall. Okay, in the other aspect is the 3 acres land for this Inanam Good Shepherd School, primary school. That land is actually a long time already given to the school. Why he suddenly come and announce that, oh, a piece of land is given to the primary school? You know, he has got nothing to say but to have some old story to be announced. You know, as a prime minister, I don't think that is his job and position to make such announcement. What is our local minister and even the chief minister of Sabah doing? You know, just let him have something to do or to boast about. You know, all these people knows what is going on. You know, Good Shepherds, the management board has been applying for this land since 1980 something until today. There's a piece of land opposite Good Shepherd School, opposite the other side of the roundabout. Okay, and I did help in that issue before. So as the Prime Minister, I think he's doing petty things, and then in fact there's many other more important things for him to do and say. Where is the federal money for Sabah? You know, why you want to just announce a small state money? We need billions, not only the 2 million. So on the Bersih thing, in fact, Bersih actually, what they say is the political party, especially PR is behind it. In fact, this is all Malaysian. Let's put it that way, it's all Malaysian. We PR also Malaysian. Okay? We have our right, our duties to see a clean, straight election. Especially in the Sarawak recent state election, we found out the electoral are not clean. A man can come to vote using photostat IC. A man can come to vote as a woman, because in the electoral his name is a woman name but with the same IC number. So we throw him out. Okay, all these abuses of the electoral, and in KK alone we have 5,000 voters with the age of 105 years old. You know what that means? These people are already 6 feet underground. That means their name, the dead person's name, has not been removed from the electoral. How can that be a clean electoral? There are a lot of abuses, and people can use this identity to vote, to cast a vote on behalf. I know a person, he has been dead for 20 years, but the name is still in the electoral. Plenty of such cases. SPR should clean up all this, you know, all the faults and defects in the electoral. And why are they not doing it? They have direct link with JPN. They say, oh, we have to wait for JPN's report, JPN's the detail. You know, all this is turning upside down. It is not a clean. Nothing is clean. You know, especially now, recently in Parliament, I think 2 days ago, the Askar police, and they are holding 2 cards to vote. One is the what they call uniform. They have a special card to vote, and the army cut to work under electoral roll. Postal vote, okay? The other one is as normal voters. How can that be? This was raised in Parliament. That means they can vote 2 times. The family also can vote 2 times. Yeah, all this is wrong. Okay?
Just mention this on this Bersih. Today, the Malaysia Clinic has this report. TV, radio told to demonize the Bersih rally. That the government has launched a media campaign to label the rally as an illegal gathering to the extent that TV stations are required to submit daily reports detailing their news coverage on the rally. The MCMC, that's the Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission, which oversee all private TV and radio stations, has directed the broadcasters to state the number and content of news related to Bersih in their reports. And according to this MCMC, editors, and this is right here, which I want just to quote, editors who attended the seminar had told Malaysia Kini that they were implicitly advised by the MCMC not to refer to the rally as Bersih rally, but as illegal gathering in their news coverage, and it would discourage members of the public from taking part in it. I mean, it is no business of the MCMC or even of the government to do such a thing, to interfere with the freedom of the press, to direct private radio and TV stations to slant their reporting in a way to demonize, to present Bersih like a devil, to demonize the Bersih, when it should give free fair coverage to the attempts by Bersih organisers and supporters for free, fair elections rally. Even coverage is not free and fair, let alone new elections, you know. So you have a double obstacle. The Bersih is trying to call for changes in the electoral system so that they can free and fair elections. But they don't get free and fair coverage. They don't get free and fair coverage. They are demonized. They are treated as if they are devils, demonized by instructions of the MCMC, by the Malaysian Barisan Nasional government. So this is most unfair, and I call on the MCMC not to violate the freedom of the media, the freedom of social media, freedom of private TV and radio, because this is will only make Malaysians even more confirmed and more certain that the whole system of governance in Malaysia is unfair and rotten. Jimmy?
Yeah, I have something in common for everyone. It's about your seat belt. I think you are aware that our national car programs are the Ministry of Communication and Transport has specifically announced you have specific dealer and at specific locations to install your safety belt. Yeah. But I think the resident, those who are owning other national car like Toyota and maybe Mercedes-Benz, but no, the Ministry of Communication and Transport, it looks like never announced who are the dealers. You know, so the riot is confused. Whether the foreign car no need to install any safety belts? But this is the question. I don't know whether you know. There have been specific instruction by the Ministry of Transport and Communication that the Toyota and Datsun or Nissan and other brands we have a specific agent for a specific place for installing the safety belt. And then the riot is concerned because if I install it, whether it's qualified or not, if I pay for the money, and then later on the JPJ from there is not qualified, not legal, so they also in trouble. So they want the ministry, hopefully you can bring it to the Ministry of Transport, Minister of Transport and Communication, to spell out apart from Proton Saga, you have been directed where to install the safety belt. Otherwise we're going to fine, they're going to fine us. So whether the other cars have also do the same. But this is the riot asking the question. 就是人民要问的，为什么其他的那种车啊，好像Honda 啦，Toyota 啦，没有指示一定要要去装他们那个就是那个老的车啦，就是 second hand 车啦，在那里装那个安全带啦，因为这个是一个法令一定要装的嘛。我好像没有听到那交通部长有指示其他种类的车在哪里装这个安全带，只是有指示不断这个国产车而已。所以人民要交通局把这个店名、地址和安装费清楚的登出来了。
Finally, we'll be going to Kampong Tempatuan tomorrow on the question of the dam. I hope that the MP for Kota will be there in the open dialogue for the first time for him to dialogue with his voters in Kampong Tempatuan and the neighbouring kampungs, and to hear their concerns, their views, so they can be a representative of the Kampung Tempatuan and the surrounding areas, and not to be a voice against them. Okay?
We hope they can come now. They're not accusing me anymore.
Accusing?
They accuse me just to go for cheap publicity.
Not cheap. It's expensive publicity. We have to go many times.
Okay.
Keeping
Alright, is there any more?
Any question?
It's regarding the US findings, the expert tapes. They said it's 99.9% that Anwar is the man in the video. So in which case, if it was proven to be true, what will be?
It is the expert evidence. It is one expert evidence which is one-sided and not tested in a court of law. You know, in the court of law, you can have all sorts of expert evidence, and they must, in order to become established as authoritative, they must be able to stand up to challenges, scrutiny. That happens when there's a full trial, both sides. You know, bring the lawyers, bring the experts. But this has never happened, so it's only a one-sided account. Just as now you have an expert saying 99.99% it is such a person, I'm sure probably you can have some other expert saying it is 99.99% it is not such a person. So I mean it is an untested one-sided account of untested one-sided expert account. So on that ground, I mean it doesn't mean that doesn't go anywhere. Maybe our lawyer here living? Living? Okay, so that's one-sided account. So I can't go very far on that.